killer whales move together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. And this is just another reason as to why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is the Orcinus orca, and their common name is the killer whale. And each of the whales that reside here at SeaWorld San Antonio have their own individualized names, including Cayucit, Tuar, and joining us right on front is Takara and Sakari. Sakari is the youngest member of this pod at just 16 years old, and Takara is the oldest at 34 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of the pod, and that means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And joining us in the slide outs now are Miss Jacob and Laura, here to demonstrate just a few of these behaviors. Now, one of the very first behaviors we'll teach the whales is called a fluke present, in which the whales present their tail flukes to the trainers, just as Jacob and Sakari are demonstrating right now. Not only does the fluke present allow us the opportunity to observe the whale's entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see, shallow veins that run along the white underside of the whale's tail flukes. Our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these veins at least once a month, and as you can see, the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Throughout today's experience, you may also see the trainers providing the whales with a variety of different tail massages, back rubs, or maybe even using a soft bristle brush. This is because killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the many ways we can continue to build our relationships with the whales. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways to ensure the health of these amazing animals. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each of the whales weigh, and that is why we'll weigh them once a week. And in order to do so, we ask them to slide their entire bodies up and out of the water onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our back adjacent habitats. Now, as Takara is demonstrating this behavior, you'll notice that a portion of her body, from the base of her dorsal fin all the way down to the tip of her tail flukes, is still in the water. Now, this portion of her body is called the peduncle, and it is made up of several very large and powerful muscles that can weigh up to several hundred pounds alone. So, in order to get an accurate weight on each of the whales, we simply ask them to lift their tail flukes up and out of the water, just like this. And this is exactly how we know that both Sakari and Takara here are weighing in at over 4,500 pounds. It's important that we have an accurate weight on each of the whales to ensure the younger whales are growing appropriately and the adult, more mature whales, like Takara here, are maintaining a healthy weight. Our husbandry behaviors ensure that the animals are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of the killer whale. From the very moment they are born, they are learning necessary life skills by watching their mothers as well as other members of their pod. And here at SeaWorld, they'll even watch our movements. So we're going to be demonstrating just that here in the stadium today. First, we're joined by Sakari and her new friend Mia. Mia, whenever you're ready, why don't you introduce yourself with a big wave hello? And would you look at that? Sakari is paying very close attention to you. Killer whales have incredible eyesight above and below the surface of the water, and they're very curious animals, which is why we often see them sky hopping or even jumping completely out of the water. That was great, Sakari! Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how killer whales communicate. They can communicate in a variety of different ways, and the use of vocalizations is just one of them. So let's see if Takara and her new friend Jake can demonstrate one of these for us today. Wasn't that beautiful? As you can see, killer whales can communicate in a variety variety of ways. And did you know scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water, this may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? You see, sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster in the water than they do through the air. So when a killer whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, this is called a breach. And this sound that you're about to hear Takara make can be heard for miles.